What's up, Heat Nation? Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful, chilly day here in South Florida. Got my sweater on, all relaxed, ready to rock and roll with another Miami Heat Talk adventure. And guys, Heat fans, y'all need to be happy because last night the Miami Heat overcame a huge obstacle. We defeated the Toronto Raptors 112-103. Miami Heat move up to 12-9 in the conference. And like I said yesterday, we got to take this a game at a time. We don't know the situation with Bam Adebayo right now. We don't know how long he's going to be out. I don't think it's going to be months. I'm hoping not. But this was something that he re-aggravated with the hip injury. And, hip injuries ain't nothing to joke with, you guys. It really messes up your flexibility, your mobility, the opportunity for you to jump. That's Bam Adebayo's game. So we need to make sure that he's 100%. I've said this before and I've said it again. I know a lot of people love Himmy. I know a lot of people give Tyler credit, his offensive prowl. But Bam Adebayo is the most important player in this team. And losing him, the Miami Heat just need to take this a game at a time. Win by win. Don't worry about April right now. Just worry about bringing in the dub. And that's what we did last night against the Raptors. And look, we had big games by Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler had a great game. Jaime Jaquez did his thing. We're going to talk about all of them, but I want to talk about one specific player and a player that I want to give my player of the game to, Orlando Robinson. And I know people are like, what? Orlando Robinson? Guys, last night, Orlando Robinson starts in front of Bam Adebayo. And before I get there, you guys, I'm feeling like a Miami Heat Nostradamus in a way, because for those of you that didn't see my video yesterday, and believe me, it was a lot of you that didn't, if you watched the video, what did I say yesterday? I said two players that I'm looking at. I'm looking at a big game from Caleb Martin, and I'm looking for Orlando Robinson to step up. And Orlando Robinson did yesterday. He scores 15 points. He grabs 12 rebounds. He gets you 3 steals, a blocked shot, 4 assists, 33 minutes of play, 5 for 9 for the field. But watch this, 2 for 3 behind the 3-point line. Orlando Robinson is getting better, y'all. I know we've talked about Thomas Bryant as the backup center, but Orlando Robinson is making a case. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, but last season, whenever Bam Adebayo was injured, whenever Bam Adebayo didn't play a game, it wasn't Dwayne Dedmon, it wasn't Cody Zeller, it wasn't Kevin Love that was taking his place. It was Orlando Robinson. Orlando Robinson was taking Bam's place until Cody Zeller and Kevin Love came to the team mid-season. But in the time that Orlando Robinson was playing as a starting center last season, he would have games like this. And the fact that he starts yesterday, not just starts yesterday, but he starts against a big-ass Toronto team with Jakob Poeltl. Thank you so much, Gene, for that yesterday. Chris Broshier, Pascal Siakam, Precious Achiuwa. You got a lot of bigs in Toronto. And Orlando Robinson was holding his own last night, you guys. So he gets player of the game, but he wasn't alone. It's like I said yesterday, we needed a big game from Caleb Martin, and he stepped up. In 31 minutes, he goes 9 for 16 for the field, 4 for 7 behind the 3-point line, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Orlando Robinson and Caleb Martin both get a double-double. Just like I predicted yesterday, big games from them both, but they weren't alone. Duncan Robinson has a huge fourth quarter, gives you 21 points, 10 in the fourth. He goes 3 for 10 behind the 3-point line, but it's like I've said with Duncan. I'll live with that. If Duncan has a bad shooting night, I don't care. Keep shooting. Jimmy Butler does Jimmy. Jimmy Butler is being 2024 season Jimmy Butler. He's not going all in if he doesn't have to. 19 points, 8 assists, 2 rebounds. Jimmy Butler was controlling the game, getting his teammates involved, and making sure that we won. That's what Jimmy does. Jaime Jaquez, y'all, he's just blowing expectations. Rookie of the month, man gives you 32 minutes off the bench. 15 points, 6 for 13 for the field. Great defense. Y'all, Jaime Jaquez is just the real deal. I mean, he is just the real deal. Now, I mean, you have contributions. You got Kevin Love, 15 minutes off the bench, giving you 8 points, 4 rebounds. We know that Kevin Love is the backup center moving forward. Games like this are good enough. Josh Richardson, not great off the bench, 7 points in 30 minutes, but you know what Josh does. Everything he does doesn't fill out in the box score. Kyle Lowry has a bad game. 28 minutes, 3 points, 1 for 4 for the field, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I'm going to say this right now, though, you guys. I am not going to crucify Kyle Lowry. I'm not going to say anything bad about Lowry. I know what we have with Kyle Lowry. We're going to have great games. We're going to have bad games. But it's like I've said before, even in the bad games like this, Kyle Lowry is a QB1. He knows where everybody needs to be. He knows what to do out there offensively and defensively. Just because his scoring isn't amazing doesn't mean he's not having a great game. Kyle Lowry is never in the negative. He's always in the plus when it comes to plus minus. He does the little things that don't show up in the box score. So in the beginning of the season, I was getting frustrated with Kyle Lowry, but you know what? I'm all in. So big booty Lowry, keep doing your thing, boy. You get nothing from Nikola Jovic. I saw Nikola Jovic out there for 3 minutes, got a little excited and pulled him right out. Weird. I don't know. I just feel like Spoelstra's messing with the kid at this point. Doesn't make any sense, but hey, you know, I ain't the coach of this team. I think Nikola Jovic needs more of a shot. And the fact that Bam Adebayo ain't playing, why not? Why not? I mean, Nikola Jovic gives you offense. He can score. He can rebound. He's shit at defense, I get that, but if you let him play out there for 8 to 15 minutes, find his spots, get some shots up, put him with some defensive players out there, you might get something. But it's like I've said, y'all, Erik Spoelstra's not playing this kid for a reason. So I'm gonna stick with Spoelstra here. Now, moving on to the game, there is one thing that I want to talk about with you guys. With Tyler Herro coming back, with Bam Adebayo coming back, hopefully soon, with Haywood Highsmith getting ready to make a comeback as well, we're going back to the same situation that I've talked about before. What is Erik Spoelstra going to do with this roster moving forward? When Bam Adebayo comes back, we know where Bam's going to be. When Tyler Herro comes back, though, where's he going to fit? Is Tyler Herro going to start at the shooting guard position and take Duncan Robinson's job, which he's been doing amazing so far since Tyler's been out? Do we talk Tyler Herro into coming off the bench? Because in my opinion, Tyler Herro as a six-man on this team, you can't stop this Miami Heat roster. Is Tyler Herro a bench player? No. Any other team in the NBA, he's a starter. And in other teams like trash teams, he's an all-NBA player. But we're not asking for that on this Miami Heat roster. We need everybody to play a role because we're trying to win a championship. And my fear is that Tyler Herro doesn't have the same mentality. You know, it's all about him becoming an all-star. It's all about him becoming an all-NBA player, all that type of stuff. So the Miami Heat need to figure this out, what they're going to do. Now, it's like I've said before. You got 10 to 11 players that are easily playable in this roster. Orlando Robinson is starting to step up. Jaime Jaquez has more than proved his spot on this team. So here's my question. Should the Miami Heat look to trade Caleb Martin? I know it's crazy. Trust me, y'all. It's insane. I love me some Caleb Martin. I don't want to see him go. But I will say this. Caleb Martin is on the last year of his contract. He did sign a 3-year contract, but after this season, it's a player option. After what Caleb Martin did in the Eastern Conference Finals last season, he's going to want the bag. Especially with games like this that he's had last night, he's going to want the bag. It looks like the Miami Heat's going to probably let him go. Because as we know, you got the second apron, you got other people with contracts like Tyler Herro, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler. What are you going to do with Josh Richardson? You got to leave some money open. If you give Caleb Martin a big contract this offseason, we will be a second apron team. I don't think Miami's going to want to do that. So, with Caleb Martin, would you trade Caleb? if it meant getting the right point guard or the perfect complementary center to come off the bench for Bam Adebayo. Now look, no rumors are out yet. I don't want to talk about specific players being in the trade. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to see, and I want to ask you guys, with the emergence of Jaime Jaquez, because remember, like I've said before, I looked at Caleb Martin as being the sixth man off this bench with Tyler Hero starting. It looks like that's Jaime Jaquez already. And when Tyler Hero comes back, Duncan Robinson's going to need some time as well. You can't put Duncan back in a bench warmer position after what he's done this season. So the true question lies, is it time for the Miami Heat to be flexible and look to trade Caleb Martin? You can maybe get some draft capital. You can maybe get somebody who can help you right now, like a starting point guard or a true backup center to come off the bench for Bam. Maybe Orlando Robinson needs some more time to develop. We know the Thomas Bryant experience is just not working. Caleb Martin plays the same position as Jaime Jaquez and Haywood Highsmith. You also have Duncan Robinson. You have Jamal Cain. You have wings. We are overloaded with wings on this team. I don't want to trade Caleb Martin, but it's all about bringing the right player on this team to help us win. We need a backup point guard or having Kyle Lowry be the backup and have somebody else start. So it's a crazy idea, you guys. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Do you think the Miami Heat should trade Caleb Martin or just keep him, run with this squad, and see what we do? Also, let me know your thoughts on last night's game, you guys. Who do you think is the player of the game from last night? Was it Orlando Robinson? Was it Duncan Robinson? Was it Caleb Martin? Jimmy Butler? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Click that notification bell to get all my updates. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Whew. Enjoy this cold weather, Heat.